Today I had to step outside again and do some personal stuff outside my house. I couldn't work on the manga so much, but I still had some progress. And before I got back, I got these. Nuts and chocolate from 7-Eleven. And I am probably going to use this in a video. Okay, let me just get this out of the way. And I'll talk to you about the progress. We have this. As you can see, I did progress a little bit, but I cheated a little bit. Some of the things here are just placeholders. These are not final. The other thing that I progressed with is the bottom part, of course. You may notice that I changed some of the elements here. Well, actually, it was just a face before, but now I zoomed it out a little bit and included parts of the clothing so I can show it off. But the real thing I want to talk to you about today is the mindset behind the paneling, the flow. Because as with any professional mangaka, the viewership is very important. The readership, essentially, like the flow from left to right and right to left and back again. When it comes to making people read manga, you gotta be deliberate as an artist where you place things and how you make them, well, essentially read from panel to panel and then from page to page. And now I'll show you how I arrange the elements on the page with the help of some chocolate. Over here we have a chocolate covered peanut, and over here is the first important point of the manga. Then we have the middle floating island, and then we have another small floating island, and then we have the main character, and something you probably didn't really notice is the bridge over here. And finally, at the very bottom, we have the main character again. I rearranged the chocolates because they are quite big, but hopefully now you can see the rough flow of the manga page. And I guess I'll flash the image on screen and show you with actual lines how the flow goes. And I kind of want to give you now a short description of basically how my mindset works when it comes to teasing people into turning the page. So for example, we have this establishing shot at the very top, which is a very typical opening for the first page of a manga. You want to know where the characters are and what the setting is, so that's a very important panel. And for me, I chose to make it big because it's a way to showcase the art as well as to emphasize the importance of some of the elements within that world. But one thing that you may not have noticed from how I described the flow a while ago is that even though the flow kind of followed like an S-like pattern, there is also another way to sort of read the elements on the screen. So from top to bottom, you can actually see where the central objects of interest are. So we got the castle and the floating island at the very middle, at the top. And then we've got the character that I tease around the middle part of the page. And then we also have the character at the bottom. Now, I didn't want to show the face because that's part of like the way that I tease people. And I intrigue people into thinking, hey, who's this character? I want to know more. I want to turn the page and see if I can see his face on the next page. And as you can see here, those three central points of interest are in the very middle of the whole page. So it goes straight down from top to the middle and to the bottom. And then the readers turn the page. And I know it's just a sketch, but on the second page, we have more teasing happening. I didn't want to show the face immediately because I wanted to incorporate some sort of action with the reveal of the face. So at the very top of the page here, we have a hint of danger. And then we see the next panel with more of the dangerous elements around the character, meaning the monsters that the main character has to fight. And it's only at the very bottom that we have an actual reveal with sort of a prep to a combat stance by the main character, with him unsheathing a sword as well as motioning to pull the forked spear from his back. And that's how I tease people into going from one panel to another panel and then going into the other part of the double page spread with the big title from top to bottom. Again, a sort of a reference to the first page going from top to bottom. I don't know if it's standard in the industry to do it like that, but that's how I do things. Tomorrow I'm heading out again. I'm actually going to Shibuya to meet a friend I've never met before in person, but it's just going to be a casual meeting. I'm not going to film it. So I'm going to be spending most of the day outside tomorrow, but I'm going to come back here and make, dude, the final vlog entry for this 1 week daily vlog series. It's been fun so far. I'll see you guys tomorrow.